Good morning, Flosstube. Today is Sunday, July 19th. This is Flosstube number 5, and my name is Nick, and this is my space to talk about crafts, mostly cross-stitching patterns, and the amazing people I am meeting along the way. If you are new here, welcome. If you have come back, thank you. I am so excited to have everybody here who likes to discuss the little world of cross-stitch that I have. I have a lot. It feels like I have a lot to talk to you guys about. It feels like it's been a really eventful half a month. So we're gonna see. I'm doing this at the crack of dawn to see if I can get in without interruption. Knox the Sphinx is up, and he has been making a little noise. So I feel like he's going to come and investigate at some point, so we will see. But I am going to start with my whips because that is what I have the least of. I didn't bring my Quaker Season of Friendship to show you because I didn't really make a lot of progress on it. It's like maybe 10 lines, like this big, and which is sad because right, it's the middle of July. But I worked on it 1 week and screwed up, had to frog almost everything that I had done. And the next week went by and it was Friday when I realized I had missed Wednesday. So I just never went back to make up for that Wednesday that I missed. And then this Wednesday, I did my stitching again. And made the same mistake I made 2 weeks ago, but I noticed it a lot faster, and I figured out why I was making the mistake and was able to fix it. So long story short is that I don't have that one thing. That's the one whip I don't have. This whip is something that it feels like I've been working on for a while for me now. It is Night Walk Down by Jeannette McGowan of the Blue Flower Stitching. Is this going to be a bad lighting spot? No, this will work. This is accurate. So I am on my 3rd page of 6, and I haven't touched this in a little bit because I don't know. I don't know if it's just I've hit a roadblock in my stitching mojo to do it, and I love this piece. Love it. It is beautiful. I'm going to show you guys full floors. Alright, so we've moved to my husband's workspace. We're gonna see. Anyway, this is Night Walks Down. Better. And these 2 pages were so easy. I banged them right out. Then I got here, and I am in love with this peacock. He is beautiful. But I think the border here, there is this type of border going down the sides, and it's a little different. I don't know if you guys can tell. If I put it close, you can tell that this border is 3 colors. This top teal kind of color, the dark navy blue, and the white. And when it comes down this side, it changes. I think it's all navy blue. And it's a variegated, I think, wrought iron by Gentle Arts. And for some reason, I'm finding that daunting. Maybe I need to just try and not treat it like a variegated and just stitch it like I normally would if it was a DMC. Maybe I'll fly through it faster and I'll feel a little better. We'll see. It might happen. I don't really feel like I can see the variegation too much in the wrought iron. Maybe it's how it is. Maybe it's just too dark. I don't know. But I don't see it. Another color I never see any variegation in, the bamboo, the Classic Colorworks. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I don't think I'll ever be buying that again because white or B5200 DMC looks exactly the same. Maybe it's just me, but we'll see. We'll see if that wrought iron trick works. Because I really like this piece, and I would like to finish it. But for some reason, I'll pick it up for a day and then put it back down. We'll see. But my 2 Jolly July pieces are coming along very nicely. This is Rooftop Cocoa Shop by Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches. And I am doing this while I make phone calls. I think if I was focusing on it, it would be done already. It is super, super fast. I think what took me the longest so far was the shingles, but the shingles weren't difficult by any means. It was easy to follow along. So I'm really enjoying it. They're so stinking cute. Look at them. Come on. I want to buy hot cocoa from them. So cute. So really all I have left to do is this line. I'm gonna fill in the roof. Chimney. Whoa, I blanked. And then a few minor things up here. It turns out that I made this reindeer's neck 1 line too short, which messed this up a little, but we're just gonna make this light a little bigger than the rest. It'll all be okay. I'm one of those people. If I can fudge my mistake, I'm going to fudge it. I'd rather do that than I'm just not going to frog all of this to fix one thing for a little light. But that's just me. I know some people like to be very, very true to the pattern. But I'm really happy with this fabric. It's Echo by Picture This Plus. It is my go-to as opposed to using a black because it shows all the colors really nicely. It doesn't make your head hurt like stitching on black does. Here comes Knox. Shh, come here. Everybody's sleeping. Stop. Come on. Yes, I know. Can you come here? The firstborn, right? So, I like it. It doesn't make my head hurt. It's easier to count. And it gives you a really like nice night sky look because it's got that modeling in there. So it looks kind of like it's like a super cloudy night or something. I really like it. I also like to use it for like those chalkboard series that Hands On Design has. So I just use, I guess, a lot of Echo. Hello, Knox. But can you show everybody your face? Come on. Everybody wants to see your pretty face, not your belly. Okay. No? All right. Well, good try. This is what he wants. He wants to be held and loved like a baby. I know. You good? Can we continue? Do I have your permission? So, we're going to see how long I can do this one-handed like this. Sphinx-handed. So the next whip I have in my next Jolly July, Chrsitmas in July piece is the Little House Needleworks Farm series. There are 9 patterns in the series. I had previously said that I was going to try to finish all 9, plus 12 ornaments this month. We are now mostly through this month. I have finished not even a single ornament and have finished 1 of 9 Little House Needleworks Christmas patterns. I'm doing really well. I did, however, make a lot of progress yesterday on the second box that I have. See, this is bamboo, guys. And the funny thing is that half of this house is in bamboo. And then I ran out of bamboo, which I had known was going to happen. Come on, buddy. And the rest of the house is in B5200. Be honest. Can you tell a difference? Knox just nuzzled down my iPad. It's going to be an interesting Flosstube today. Sorry. I can't tell a difference. Because I just don't know how you can variegate white too much. unless you have some tan in there, but no, I don't see anything. So B5200 it is for the win, because there's a lot of white in this series. I had not realized that a majority of the houses are all in white. But it came along very fast yesterday, so I'm actually hoping, dreaming, that I will knock out this box today and maybe head on to box number 3. I would like to say, this is the called for linen. It's Portobello. Not a fan. I have been spoiled, mainly by Picture This Plus and Weeks Dye Works with their nice soft fabrics. And this fabric just feels like it stands up on its own. And I know I'm exaggerating, because I have had fabric that does stand up on its own. But this one is just, it is hard. It is not soft at all. And it's also a strange count. I think it's 30 count. Something like that. And I put my needle down and it just falls right out if I'm not paying attention. So not my favorite, probably the last time I'm going to be working on this. But I kind of knew I had done the other piece on this fabric, so I just wanted to keep it consistent. But it's going to be a while for me before we do more on Portobello. Oh my goodness, you are just too much. Okay. Flosstube with a size Sphinx cat. I don't know if you guys can hear him purring. There, you're. Thank you. Thank you. I know. Morning snuggles are the best. He's really just excited that the baby's not awake right now and that he can get some quality snuggle time in. Alright, so I've wrapped Knox in a blanket in hopes that I will get through the rest of this. He's right here. He walked back over as I was saying it. We're going to ignore him. We're going to try. Anyway, so this is Jeannette Douglas's Be Well and Stitch piece. Like I was saying, I am in need of some comfort stitching. What I have started to do is try to really start stitching in hand again for smaller pieces. I used to exclusively stitch in hand, then I discovered Q-snaps and my stitching got a world of better. I don't think that made sense. It got a lot better. And now I've been stitching for so long that I picked up just this and decided to stitch it in hand, and I found out that I'm actually not bad at stitching in hand. And it moves a lot faster. So I'm thinking for the smaller pieces that I'm not too worried about my stitches looking perfect in, I'm going to try and stitch in hand. And so while the baby is running around, it's just easier for me to have a piece that I can pick up and not have a bulky move around. So I've been having a small piece that I work on, and this was the first one. I used 2 of the called for colors, just because that's the 2 that I happen to have, and I kind of fudged the rest. I have a bag with leftover threads that aren't enough to put like on a cardboard, or I don't know their name anymore, and I was just picking through that bag, and this is what I came up with, and I'm pretty happy with it. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. We'll see, but probably I still kind of want to make a Be Well bowl with a bunch of little Be Well pillows, so we'll see. I've got to get the bowl first. The next finish I have is another freebie. He just wants this video to be all about him. I'm not winning this morning. Here I was thinking everybody was going to be asleep and it was going to be great and quiet. Knocks the Sphinx. So anyway, I have another freebie. This is Plum Street Sampler's Coffin Buzz. I amazingly convinced myself to do this in one thread, like I did a monochromatic piece. I am constantly trying and I'm just not built for it. But for some reason, I was able to do it. on this one. And I'm really excited about that. This is a color and cotton color. When I was looking for the brown to match with my big cat, you guys know the cat, right? Caramel the cat. This was one of the browns I had ordered to see, and it was very clearly not a match for Caramel, but I liked it anyway. And it was called Espresso, and this is a coffee pattern. It says, "Here lies my sleeping body, as lifeless as can be. If thou shouldst bring me coffee, I would spring to life with glee." I didn't drink coffee before I had a baby. Those days are long gone. This is an accurate statement for my life. I would like to frame it. I think this one I'm going to put in my room because I think it's funny that like I'm going to spring to life after being sleeping with my coffee. And I have a dresser, so I think I'm going to plop it right on there. And the whole time I was stitching this angel, all I could think of was Diana from It Is Kismet Stitches, because I know she loves a good tombstone angel. This is a Diana angel. Very cute. I'm very excited. You can see the variegation in the bottom swirls. I wish, oh, there you go. Look at that. Actually, although it's subtle, you can really see it go from lighter to darker, and I really like it. It's really nice. There you go. Look at that. I think I did fudge up on that thing a little bit, but again, I just went with it because it wasn't going to destroy the rest of the piece. Next, I have been working on, so I bought that Deck the Halls book from Blackbird Designs, the strawberries. I cannot talk today. It's too early. I haven't had coffee. That's what it really is. And I ordered a bunch of linen from Acorns and Threads over in Oregon. But there is a linen shortage. You know, you can't get as easily the colors and the amount of what you're looking for. So what the ladies at Acorns are doing is they're sending me the linens that I've ordered as they come in to the shop. So of the 6, I think I ordered 6, 2 have come. So I decided that as those linens come in, I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing and do that strawberry that corresponds with whatever linen I picked. So I finished this strawberry. It is, I need to keep having something behind here so you don't see the light going through. This is Charlotte's Pink by Weeks Dye Works. The pattern is The First Day of Christmas, and this is, I had started this on the next linen I'm going to show you, but it was just looking very muddied and not good. So I frogged, redid it on here, and I am super happy with how it came out. I think the colors look really good. I did do it 1/1 except for the yellow, because the yellow was getting a little washed out on the pink. But I'm happy that I did those 2/2. I don't even care that it's a difference. You can kind of tell if you look close, but I would rather you be able to see that they are pairs than not, and stick with being consistent, if that makes sense. And the other thing I love is that you can, normally if my lighting would work with me, you would be able to see that there are snowflakes here. You can see it really clearly in person. I'm trying to find something white that I can stick behind it. Maybe you can see. Kind of, not really. Now you just see the, I don't think I have anything. Alright, kind of. You can see them there. That I couldn't see in the original pattern. So I'm happy. I really like how it came out in pink, and I think it's going to be fun to have a bunch of pink and red strawberries. So that was the first strawberry. And with that linen came another piece of Weeks Dye Works, garnet. And I took a little bit of a risk with this one because it did have red on it. the bird and the door and the chimney. And I knew it was potentially going to come up and you wouldn't see it, but I was going to do it. We were going to figure it out. And it worked out a lot better than I could have anticipated. You can even see the variegation in that little red bird. This one has a long name. I can't even pretend to tell you. Something with midnight. Midnight sky. Once upon a midnight sky. I could be completely making that up. But I did this one also 1/1, except for the yellow areas, so that the yellow would pop. I definitely think in general I would recommend, if you're using yellow on a colored fabric, unless it's like a 40 count fabric, to just suck it up and do those 2 over 2, because your yellow just is going to get really washed out unless it's a light color. And it worked for me. You can actually see where I didn't, where I tried to stick to the 1/1 on some of the windows with the yellow, and it looks orange, as opposed to these that actually look yellow. And it's the same thread, the same exact color. So I definitely like these better. But again, I'm not going to frog unless I have to. And they're going to be a strawberry, so it's okay. I have 2 more finishes. Oh my goodness, he's still going with the water. How thirsty could you be? Take 394 for Flosstube number 5. Hoping that I have a sphinxless encounter for the rest of the time, because he's just being a little difficult. Anyway, my next finish is another Lindy Stitches piece. It is Onward Noble Steed. It was a freebie that you got through her newsletter. There is a lot that we learned, or that I learned. I feel like a lot of people learned in stitching this piece. I did decide to keep it the original pattern. I did that because I like to think that this little girl is a symbol rising up, and I'm going to use this piece as something that will remind me that we are not taught everything that has happened in our country's history. You can't know everything until someone tells you, right? It's how we learn. So, another learning piece for me. And I really like how it turned out. Like all the colors. And I want a big thank you. Want to say a big thank you. Haven't been able to speak better in this new take. Still no coffee. To Stephanie for having this now. I truly hope that there are more in the future. It was a lot of fun. And I appreciate you and all that you do for our stitching community. My last finish is part Happy Mail, part finish, because I got this and stitched out very quickly. It is Bent Creek's Fa La La. It is a fall llama. Llamas in a jam. So we have a fall llama. Now, I will admit, this was a poor choice of color for the llama on this fabric. But Abby from Top Knot Stitcher sent me some wool. It is the first time that I had even seen over-dyed wool for stitching purposes, and a llama spoke to me when I thought wool, and I thought it'd be the perfect color because it was like an actual variegated cream. A little butthurt about something. Couldn't tell. And I was excited about it. But I had picked the fabric before I remembered that I had this in my stash. And of course, the fabric is basically that same exact color. I think it is okay because of the background. And there is a lot of that orangey brown in there. So he does stand out. You can see him. It's definitely easier to see him in person. but I'm happy with him. He's adorable. This pattern is actually being passed. It is supposed to get packed up today and out in the mail on Monday, which is why I did it so quickly. But look how cute. It did feel a little funny to be stitching fall when I'm stitching all my Christmas, as if stitching Christmas in the middle of July shouldn't feel funny. But this felt weird. I don't even know how to explain it. I was like, but this isn't right, because stitching Christmas in July is 100% right. But stitching fall? I don't know. I guess I've just been stitching so much Christmas that my brain was like, wrong season, boo. What are you doing? What's up with that? But, yeah. It was all good. I could have used a little break from Christmas anyway. And now I'm ready to get in and really try and finish those Christmas pieces. So that's it for my finishes. I got a lot of Happy Meal, guys. Do you remember all those times where I was like, I'm being good? I'm a liar. Just not normally, but I wasn't good by any means. It just like the Happy Meal just kept coming, and I love every bit of it, so I guess it's totally fine, right? So there's gonna be a glare from these bags. I did not take anything out of the bags. Trying to get this done before people wake up. So I have an obsession with Plum Street samplers. There's very few things that Paulette Stewart can do that I don't immediately love. So I ordered these 2 patterns from Acorns and Threads. Look at this bird. I know you all appreciate birds. I know that damn bird sale is happening. I know you love cute, quirky, funny, chunky birds. Look at this bird. He's just so cute. I'm not a fan of drums. I don't know why. But I love him. I need him. I need him to be a straight vertical piece. And he's so cute. He's going to be on my to stitch list shortly because he's just so cute. Look at his little legs. How do those little legs hold him up? So cute. I cannot. It's 183 by 58. It's not big. Oh, here's a picture of what it looks like when it is not in the drum. So overall, really cute. I like it. I am excited to stitch him. And then the other pattern that I bought is Summer Hill. I thought this was really cute. I'm normally not into patriotic pieces. Those are probably the only ones of hers that I don't immediately fall in love with. Like the George Washington series, not for me, not my taste. But this one I thought was really cute. I love this hill. You know this hill's going to kill me. Thank God there's a bunch of stuff in it, so it's not just one consistent hill. But everything else I really liked. I like the quilt stars, this little lady who I'm probably going to stitch to look more like me. These little green flower things, they're just really cute. Don't know when I'm going to stitch this one, but it's cute. Probably going to be a Christmas, oh goodness, a summer stitch one of these years. We'll see. But Summer Hill. Sorry for the glare. At least there's no crinkle noise, right? Making up for it. The next 2 patterns that I got are Teresa Kogut's. These ones I ordered from Abby, Top Knot Stitcher. This one just speaks to me. Tell me this cat is not a mood. He looks like... Okay, so this pumpkin looks like he's really excited for Halloween to just be a thing. And this cat is just like along for the damn ride. Like, sure, I will come with you, but I will not be happy about it. He isn't going by force, and I just think he's hysterical. He's so cute looking. And I love a good Halloween pattern. This is called Snarky Cat. It is actually a small. It is 89 by 93. Which is going to be exciting. I love small. I'm obsessed with doing smalls right now. I don't know what it is. I guess it's the thrill of a finish. But smalls work for me. And then speaking from the complete and opposite end of that spectrum, let's talk about the next pattern I got that is nowhere near as small, but it is incredible. I also do not know when I'm going to do it. I think that's the curse of the big patterns. I have them and I am unsure as to when they will start. But this is another Teresa Kogut. It is Land That I Love, and it is just beautiful. The colors are beautiful. The motifs are beautiful. I saw sneak peeks of it in film. It is 288 by 292. So it is big. And I normally cut out alphabets. I will be cutting out the alphabet here. Normally the alphabets are a lot bigger though, and I can tell myself, it's alright, you're gonna cut out a significant amount of stitches because you're cutting out that alphabet. Well, that doesn't look very significant. I'm still not gonna stitch them. But it looks like I'm not gonna get, I don't get to chop as much off of this pattern as I normally get to when I say that I am leaving off an alphabet. It's gonna be good. I am excited for it. Very cute. I love her samplers. She is a gift for samplers. She has another one that I love, the Newcastle Bouquet. That's on my list for next year. It's going to get done. I think I might have put this on the list for next year too. So I have a list. I don't think I've ever talked about this list, but I have a list. Do you ever build up your stash and then forget everything that's in it because your stash is extensive? Guilty. So, what I have done to try and combat that slip of the mind is I have a list on my iPhone with the year and the names of the patterns that I have fallen in love with as they come in. So I have a 2019, a 2020, and a 2021 category. The 2019 were charts I had hoped to finish in 2019, 2020, 2021, what I plan to stitch next year. I am not very strict with myself with this list because the list is really more so that I can remember that I have these patterns that I love and that when I'm sitting there going, what do I want to stitch, I can grab the list. Most of the charts that I have on those lists, I have found the time to kit, so I make it easy on myself. I am like, I'm ready to stitch this, go to the list, grab it, I have everything. I am getting a little sidetracked this year. I think I had about 20 things on that list to stitch in 2019 and 2020, because I started this list last year, but like late last year, so I'm forgiving myself the 2019 patterns. And I think I've done 4 so far, but Rooftop Cocoa Shop is on that list, and so is the Little House Needleworks cross stitch series and Night Walk Down. So I am making progress. I am working on 3 of those currently, and I do plan on, I have a lot of Christmas patterns on there because I started the list I think in November of 2019, so a bunch of Christmas patterns were coming out that I wasn't going to have time to stitch prior to the holiday. So I already have plans for what I'm going to swap out after I finish Rooftop Cocoa Shop. We're going to see. I'm going to look through the list. Maybe I'll read you guys off what was on the list and what I got through. Maybe I'll show them. I'll have like a Nicole's List Flosstube at the end of the year. And we can see the progress that I did, what I got through. Could be fun, right? A stitcher's fun. And the last solo pattern that I got for stash is my first Prairie Schooler. I should say my second Prairie Schooler, because I did buy the Santa this year, because he was too good to pass up. But this is my first OG Prairie Schooler. It is OG. Like, this is one of the original, you know, those old school patterns that are made in the cardstock. I've heard that they're not on this paper anymore, but this is it. I got it from an Etsy shop. I cannot remember the name of it. But she was awesome. She shipped very fast. She was in Florida. And all of her patterns are the actual patterns from way back when. I don't know if I'm going to stitch it all in black like it is. We will see. But it was too cute. I couldn't pass it up. I love Halloween. I'm very ready. I'm both ready and not ready for the holidays. But when the holidays come, I will be decorating this place. So excited. I have reached a closing end to my haul. It's my bags. This is from Nikki's Notables. She had posted it on Instagram. And how could anyone not? Look at these. Look at these squirrels. Look at them. They just look so happy. Ah, I love them. They're rosy cheeks. They're bushy tails. And it came with this squirrel charm. This just, it spoke to my animal loving heart. I'm trying to get this to focus. It's not working. It's adorable. And the bag is super well made. This is vinyl in the front. It is a nice thick, like it's got lining in there. It's not a flimsy bag. Super cute. It's actually lined on both, look at that, both sides. It's super cute. I would definitely buy another bag from her again. And the squirrels make me happy. And I like to be happy. So, speaking of happy, the amount of happy that I feel with this bag, it's just not even normal. But that's okay, because I'm sure anybody else who snagged this bag felt the same way. Stephanie from Lindy Stitches released her beach dance pattern, her blue-footed boobies, and had a corresponding project bag that I believe was made by the 805 Stitcher. And it might be my favorite bag that I've ever owned. These birds are the best. I love blue-footed boobies. When my husband's acting up, I tell him he's a blue-footed booby. They are just so stinking cute. I love that she had this idea, that this was a thing, and I have to tell you, when I woke up to the newsletter because I am in California, so she puts her newsletters out at a reasonable hour where she is, and I wake up to them. And I, very half asleep, went on to her Etsy shop, purchased my bag, and then went back to bed. I didn't even know what came in the bag, but I knew I wanted it. And when I went to go check, they were sold out, and I was so happy. My half-sleeping self was like, you need this. It's not even a question. So it came with flosses, the pattern, which is the cutest. Look at them. This is also a small, 93 by 81, and they are just so happy. I'm going to stitch this year also. Super cute. I gotta pick my fabric. And then it came with the booby card. I hope some of you read this and went, look, there's Peruvian boobies, and thought of me. That's the only reason I know anything about the booby bird species, is because there was a Peruvian booby. And then when I discovered there was a blue-footed booby, I just had to know more. So I was very excited about this bag and this pattern. I'm so excited that when it came, I was going to my husband, look at my booby bag! And he laughed at me because I called it a booby bag. And then I showed him the pattern, and his response was, that's a nice pair of tits. It's my husband for you. I laughed, not even a laugh. Got a good snort out of me. I do know that she is making a second round of bags because there were a lot of people who did not get as lucky as I did in the booby bag snag. So if you are interested, I would email her like ASAP. I saw her post about it a day or two ago, so I don't even know if she's taking more. But, you know, it's worth it to find out if you really want one. I think it's worth it. It's not like many people are going to have a booby bag for sale. I would jump at this. One last piece of Happy Mail. It is awesome. It is. So, if you follow Michelle Bendy, Miss Bendy Stitching, you will see that she has a cross-stitching junk journal. And I had been perusing the interwebs for a junk journal and didn't find one that really spoke to me. And then Michelle posted that the person she had bought her junk journal from had more available. So I ran over and saw what she had available and bought one. I grabbed this one, and I did not realize that there were a variety of cities on this. I really just thought it was Hawaii because that's what I saw that stood out to me the most. But it even says New York, New York on here. So I love it even more. I saw it, and we went to Hawaii in October, and we have been dying to get back. We're supposed to be going back because we're having a big birthday in January. My husband and I were born a day apart. And I don't know if we're going to get back. I'm trying to stay hopeful, but I am doubtful. So this brought a little piece of Hawaii to me and made me happy. And it is, first of all, it is just beautiful. It is, I think the pages are coffee dyed. It is well put together, and it is going to be a great space for me to decorate with my cross stitching. And I'm excited for that. But aside from that, what I didn't expect, by the way, I bought this from the Twisted Rabbit Creations. When I bought this, she had a couple of others. I don't know if she's making more, but I would give her a follow and check them out if you are interested in this, because first of all, this was beyond affordable and worth it. But what I wasn't expecting was the bag full of goodies that she sent me with this. I'm going to show you. I have it wrapped because that's how many goodies there were. But first, apparently, she makes soaps also. I opened the bag and I could smell the soap. Like, I opened the package. It is still in here and you can smell it. It smells delicious. I have not taken it out yet because I wanted everything together for this. But if you are interested in handmade soap or bath products, I'm always in awe at people who have such a vast, like this wide range of artistic skills. Like, you can make this, you can make soap. Her card says artisan crafted bath products, leather goods, and journals. All of our products are handmade with the highest quality ingredients. I am in awe of you. You're awesome. I need to step up my game. But she sent me lots and lots of goodies. And a handwritten note explaining to me where everything was from, what significance it had, everything, which I thought in itself was super sweet. When was the last time you got a handwritten note on lined paper? I don't remember. I'm keeping it in this journal. My time is coming to an end. Everybody has woken up. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to run through here quick. She sent me some stamps, things to put in the journal. This pin. She has an explanation for every single thing that she put in here. Where it is from, how she collected it, why she put it in there. I mean, the attention to detail and like thought that she put into this package, it absolutely blew me away. And I do remember her saying that this elephant was a copy of a picture that she had painted. Look at the little butterfly. So I am excited to use all of these things to put them into my journal, to incorporate them with my stitching. This cracked me up. It was a sad and disappointing day when I discovered my universal remote control did not, in fact, control the universe. Not even remotely. Yes, I feel this. Look, Bendy, some Latin. So, I would give the Twisted Rabbit Creations a look if you're looking for a junk journal. Highly recommend. I haven't used it yet, and I'm already recommending it. I was going to talk to you guys a little more, but thanks to Knox the Sphinx, my time has run short. So I will just throw some more cat videos at the end of this for you to enjoy. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me today, dealing with my inability to speak. My very loud and obnoxious cat. He puts the knocks in obnoxious. And I hope to speak to you guys soon. I hope everybody's doing okay. Stay strong and keep stitching. Have a great weekend. Why don't you give him a boop? But he wants a boop. No up. Just give him a boop. 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 Good boops. Good boops.